According to a survey published by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 70% of adult smokers would like to quit smoking. Why haven't they stopped? It's likely you've already tried to quit several times. If so, you've already discovered willpower doesn't work. Watch this video and I'll explain why willpower alone doesn't work and how to stop smoking the easy way. The smoking habit is driven by triggers that are both emotional and unconscious. The success rate of quitting smoking cold turkey using just willpower is very low, around 7%. Willpower is only meant to provide you with a short burst of temporary motivation, but it will never be a long-term solution. As you know from experience already, willpower dries up as soon as you become hungry, tired, or stressed out. That's where hypnosis comes in. Hypnosis is a process of communicating directly with the unconscious mind to reprogram your emotions, behaviors, and belief systems to create permanent changes. Quitting smoking with hypnosis is not based on willpower. Instead, we address the underlying issues that are causing you to smoke, even though you already know it's a bad idea. When we resolve the emotional conflicts at a neurological level, amazing things start to happen. First, you lose the desire to smoke. Cigarette cravings dissolve and disappear, and you become more focused, relaxed, and energetic. And it doesn't matter if you've been smoking for decades. It doesn't matter if you failed to quit many times before. It doesn't even matter if you're skeptical about whether this program can work for you. If you're motivated and willing to follow instructions, you can become a non-smoker for the rest of your life. Hi, my name is Erick Känd. I'm a professional hypnotist with almost 2 decades of experience empowering clients just like you to stop smoking. You were born a non-smoker and you can become a non-smoker once again. And unlike what you've been led to believe, it can be easy. I've developed a systematic approach called the Total Immersion Quit Smoking Hypnosis Program. We're going to address the problem from all of the angles necessary to help you to stop smoking once and for all. You're about to join the thousands of people that have used hypnosis to quit smoking. This is an integrative approach, combining hypnosis with other proven strategies that are both effective and transformational. Every step is meticulously designed to help you cross that threshold into that identity and lifestyle of a non-smoker. To be honest, this is a no-brainer solution that literally pays for itself. If you're hesitating about investing in yourself, understand this is not about you spending money. It's about you saving money, a lot of it. This program is not going to cost you anything because it will be paid for by all of the money you save on cigarettes. Within a couple of months, this program will have paid for itself. As a non-smoker, you'll enjoy saving at least $2,000 to $3,000 every year for the rest of your long and healthy life. Before I get into the details of the program, let me get this out of the way. When people find out I'm a hypnotist, they'll ask, "Can you make me quit smoking?" The truth is, I can't make you quit smoking. But here's what I can do for you. First, I'm going to show you how to stop the cravings in their tracks. Next, I'm going to show you how to reprogram your mind to take away the feeling that you need cigarettes. Finally, I'm going to show you how to find pleasurable relaxation in ways that have nothing to do with cigarettes. You made the decision to start smoking on your own. Nobody made you start smoking. It was your decision. Now, as an adult, you get to make a better informed decision to become a non-smoker. And that is your decision to make. Personally, I don't like people telling me what to do, and you probably don't either. Once you've made your decision to stop smoking, I'll show you exactly what you need to do to make it easy. And then the rest is up to you. Fair enough? Now, if you're thinking, I don't know if I really want to quit smoking, most likely that's another way of saying, I don't know if I can quit smoking. I do realize you've probably tried to quit smoking many times before and it didn't work out. This is different. Here's a better question to find out if you really want to quit. If there was a magic button in front of you, and all you had to do is push that button to instantly become a non-smoker, would you push that button? If your answer is yes, then you're in the right place, and I'm confident that I can help you. Let's review how you created your smoking habit in the first place. Do you remember when you first learned to drive a car? It required your full focus and attention. You got to pay attention to the steering wheel. You got the rear view and the side view mirrors. You got other people on the road. You got to take care of the brake and the gas pedal. And you've got the scrutiny of the person sitting next to you in the passenger seat. And your first efforts to accelerate and slow the car down felt jerky and awkward. However, after a few weeks of driving, it became effortless, almost mindless. It's like a part of you learned to take over and just drive the car automatically, leaving you to comfortably listen to the radio, daydream, think about work, and you still get to your destination safe and sound without giving driving much of a thought. That's your unconscious mind at work. When you do something with enough consistency and repetition, you create neural networks that allow you to perform the behavior automatically without much conscious effort. Now, remember your first cigarette. You were probably a teenager, hanging out with some friends. Somebody offered you a cigarette. You put it in your mouth. You lit it up, and it tasted terrible. Every cell of your body was pushing back against the noxious smell, the acidic taste, and the inhalation of poisonous vapor into your lungs. There is nothing addictive about that first drag on a cigarette, but you kept at it. You continued to smoke. Maybe you thought you looked cool. Maybe you wanted to fit in with your friends. Either way, you persisted with the smoking behavior until it became an automatic, habituated behavior. And that's what it is. Though you don't know exactly when, over time, you created an unconscious part of you that compels you to smoke. It's a neural network dedicated to running your smoking behavior. And because your unconscious mind is a faithful servant, it created the habituated smoking pattern to be consistent with your conscious decision to smoke over and over again. This process is called neuroplasticity. We're always rewiring the brain every time we learn or engage something new. Now, every time we reinforce a pattern, we're building up a neural network that keeps the pattern together, just like a muscle that grows stronger from regular, consistent exercise. An unconscious part was set up to run your smoking habit automatically. You may have even said to yourself, I'd love to stop smoking, but it's like there's a part of me that still wants me to smoke. And you know how persistent that part can be. Because if you're in a situation where you're not allowed to smoke, then smoking becomes all you can think about until you're allowed to smoke again. Isn't that right? Now that you know how the smoking habit was created, here's what we're going to do to dismantle it permanently. First, cigarette cravings. The first step of the Total Immersion Quit Smoking Hypnosis program is to stop the cravings for cigarettes and nicotine. I'm going to show you several different ways to stop a craving, and it's going to blow your mind because these techniques will stop a craving in just a matter of seconds. The techniques are so effective, they even work for people who have no desire to quit smoking. And these techniques will empower you to stop a craving anytime and anywhere. And other people won't even realize that you're using the techniques. Even better, you'll be able to change the emotional state that is behind the craving. Whatever the emotional trigger is, anger, frustration, stress, or anxiety, I'm going to show you how to stop it, like putting up a roadblock. You start going down that emotional road and you put up that roadblock and you're already starting to rewire your brain. The brain starts to build new neural pathways to work around it and connect to networks that have nothing to do with the smoking habit. And when you continue interrupting those old patterns, eventually you simply won't feel those compulsions anymore. Cravings become a thing of the past, and cigarettes just lose their appeal. And you can forget about gaining weight. Up until now, you've been smoking at times when you feel stressed, isn't that right? Well, smoking never resolves the stressful emotions, but it acts as a momentary distraction that disassociates you from the stressful problem. People who try to quit smoking using willpower alone often gain weight. That's true because they haven't learned to manage their stress productively. If they can't have cigarettes, they turn to food as another distraction from their emotions. And after gaining a bunch of weight, they eventually go back to smoking again. This won't happen to you. We're going to systematically address each of the specific emotional triggers that lead you to smoke. You'll have the tools to deal with stress and anxiety in genuine ways that actually change the neurochemistry of your brain. In the face of stress, you'll no longer be compelled to distract yourself with cigarettes, candy, snack foods, or anything else. When you're done with this program, you'll have no desire to smoke anymore. You'll have no cravings and no withdrawals. The part of your mind that's been running the smoking habit is going to switch sides. Instead of fighting to keep you smoking, it's now going to work with you to keep you smoke-free for the rest of your life. You'll look amazing and feel better than you felt in a long time. You'll get your health back. Frankly, that's the greatest gift you can give to yourself and the people you love. The gift of you being alive and healthy for a long, long time. So who else wants to quit smoking? If you'd like to work with me, here's the next step. I work with clients live and in person at my office in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I also conduct video online hypnosis sessions with clients nationwide. I have found that video online hypnosis sessions are just as effective as live office visits. This process begins with you. I've included a link below for you to schedule a free 20-minute strategy session. We'll discuss your challenges and determine if the Total Immersion Quit Smoking Hypnosis program is the right fit for your situation. So click that link and schedule your free discovery call right now while you're thinking about it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to speaking with you personally.